I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. I'm Mike Morgan, senior pastor at Gainesville First United Methodist Church, and I'm here today with two of our associate pastors, Liz Millar and Jamie Prickett, and we are excited to talk with you about resuming indoor, in-person worship at Gainesville First United Methodist Church this coming Sunday. You know, I've been here about 6 weeks now, and I have so enjoyed worshiping outdoors at our lakeside venue, except when the weather is too cold or too wet. So I'm really looking forward to coming back in the building, to welcoming people once again into the house of the Lord to worship the Lord with us. We've been thinking about this, praying about this, having discussions about this resuming indoor worship for quite some time now. And we believe that with the help of the Spirit of the Lord, it's time now to open the doors and bring people back in the building for in-person indoor worship. And I think it's helpful if we talk a little bit about that decision and our service times and places when they're going to be and which service is going to be where and how we came to this decision. Jamie, would you tell us about that a bit?
Sure. So just to let everyone know, we are planning on our 3 worship experiences starting at 9 a.m. So our modern worship experience in the Great Room will be at 9 a.m. 10 a.m. we'll be having our chapel service in the chapel. And then at 11 a.m. we'll be having our classic worship in the sanctuary. Our 9 a.m. and our 11 a.m. will also include a children's ministry element. And Liz Millar will talk about that here in just a minute. But before we get to that, I know that some of you may be questioning some of these worship times. And so we know that we cannot accommodate all of the preferences for any of us, right? So there will be a lot of people that are still going to worship online. And so we want to make sure that we are hospitable and welcoming toward those who are joining us online as well. So worshiping in the order that we've chosen will allow us to live stream both our 9 a.m. service and our 11 a.m. service. So we're excited about that opportunity. And then also, we just wanted to mention that the time also gives our new senior minister, Reverend Mike Morgan, an opportunity to preach in all of our services. And we feel that this is important. And this is important because it is a time in the life of our church that it gives unity, the unity that Christ calls us to speak into. So we're excited about that, and we want to give you an opportunity for that. So we will be offering children's ministry, as I said earlier, and Liz will talk about that. But before you walk through these doors, we want to remind you that reopening is a team effort. And staying open is a team effort. And we're going to be doing all that we can to make sure that you're safe and that you're comfortable and that we all are going to need each other in this time.
That is so true, Jamie. And I have to say that I have so enjoyed working with you and Liz and Carolyn and all the members of our staff in order to do what we do and plan for resuming indoor, in-person worship together, as well as the other activities and ministries of the church. It is indeed a team effort, and God is not only on our team, God is our team leader. Amen. God is the one that we worship, and it's really all about worshiping God and conducting ministry for Jesus Christ, building bridges for Jesus Christ the way the Lord wants us to. So, Liz, tell us what we can expect when we arrive for worship in person on Sunday.
Be glad to. What we're going to ask you to do is, as you come into the sanctuary, you're going to be warmly greeted by some of our greeters. There will be a QR code there that you can simply snap with your iPhones and cell phones, and that will give you the bulletin for the day. And then we're going to ask that you just make your way into the sanctuary, and if you'll go in through the door of the side of the sanctuary that you would like to be seated on, our ushers will be there, and they will take you to one of the pews that are available for seating. We are seating in every other pew, which will help us practice social distancing. And after you've enjoyed a great time of worship in your chosen venue, then we invite you to remain seated until the ushers come to dismiss you. And once again, we'll be dismissing from the back. And if you joined us at Lakeside, this will be a very, very familiar process for you. And as you get to the very back of the sanctuary, there will be boxes there where you can place your offerings and your tithes in. And then our greeters are going to greet you again, and they're going to encourage you as you'd like to gather and spend time with friends. Let's do that outside the building so that we can all continue to be safe.
And again, as we've done at our Lakeside venue, all worshipers are asked to wear face masks, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they are, Mike.
Okay.
If you happen to forget your mask that day, rest assured there'll be plenty here at the church for you.
Very good, very good. We will also have children's ministry during the 9 o'clock service and the 11 o'clock service. How's that going to work for parents with children?
Oh, we're so excited that our children are coming back into their small groups. And parents, we're trying to make this as easy and seamless as we can for you. If you'll simply walk your children in to the welcome area of the children's section, the children's area that's downstairs, you are going to be warmly greeted by staff and volunteers. Your children are going to have a very quick health check. They will be checked in touchlessly, and then one of our staff or volunteers are going to walk them to their small group. And once they've walked them to their small group, parents, we invite you to make your way to worship, enjoy a delightful worship experience. And when worship is over, if you'll just come back down to that welcome area in the children's desk, our staff and volunteers will bring your children from their small group back to you. And we are excited about children's, but Mike, I also want to take a minute and remind everyone that we also have a student ministry that is up and running. And that is our Sunday evening, and we call that 5 to 7 because it meets from 5 to 7. And they've been meeting outside in the MAC parking lot and then coming inside for their small groups. And this is all part of what we want our children, birth through 5th grade, and our students, 6th grade through 12th grade, to know that they have a place to belong here at Gainesville First, a place to experience the love of Jesus Christ, and a place to grow in their faith.
And that complements our ministry throughout the week with Bible studies and small groups for adults and people of all ages. And we're doing many of those. Some are meeting in person, and some are doing a hybrid meeting with video and in-person participants. So all of this is about learning and growing in the Lord together in ways that are safe during this time and allow us to be in ministry and to grow in our faith, to work together the way the Lord wants us to, even during such a time as this. We realize, of course, that everyone is not able or ready to come indoors for worship. So we're going to continue to emphasize our live streaming video for especially our 9 o'clock and our 11 o'clock services, the modern worship and the classic worship. And we know that our worshiping congregation is larger than those we will see in the building. But here's the thing, we're all worshiping together, whether it's over the internet or even listening on the radio or in person at one or more of our services. We're all worshiping together. And by the way, we do need for people who are planning to attend in-person worship to make their reservation, don't we? How do we do that? Will you remind us, Jamie?
Sure. You can go to our website, gfumc.com/RSVP. And if you just click on there, make sure you let us know which service you will be attending and how many people are in your party as well.
So what happens if the service I'd like to attend is full, at least by our social distancing standards for today? What happens then?
So if you do go to the page and you find that the service is full, there will also be a notification there. So first of all, what we would encourage you to do is to check out our other 2 worship venues. So, if your particular preference of a service is full, then check out one of the others and sign up your family for that service. If it's repeated like that, week after week, and that's really the service you want to attend, there's also an option to be put on a waiting list. And it's very helpful that you to be put on that waiting list, because that lets us know that maybe that's something that we as church leaders need to take a look at and to talk about. So to put on a waiting list, is there a phone number on the website there, and you can just call that phone number, and Jackie or someone in the office will put your name on that list.
I think that's a wonderful thing, actually. I'd love to see a waiting list 2 miles long to get into worship. I don't think any of us will ever take for granted again our freedom and ability and availability to worship the Lord. And that's what all this is about. Our congregation coming together as we can safely and looking out for the best interests of everyone to worship the Lord in spirit and in truth. So we invite you to pray for us and to worship with us by whatever method, whatever time, whatever venue works best for you. And pray that God will be with us as we continue to build bridges to our community and worship the Lord together, no matter where we are, in spirit and in truth. God bless you. We look forward to worshiping with you.